This week on The Real Deal, we're going to explore what PEXA actually is, and this is probably very long overdue. Thank you to Teresa Di Bettini for explaining it perfectly. Teresa Di Bettini is actually a conveyancer that you can contact if you're looking at purchasing properties. Let's talk about the benefits of settling via PEXA. Now, first of all, there's no title search required on the morning of settlement. That does save you $29.25. There's also a title deed, which is obviously registered when you're purchasing in your name within 30 minutes after settlement. That's super quick. There's no bank check fees, which are saving money for buyers. So normally when the bank draws out checks, there's obviously costs on that on each side of the transaction. And there's also the funds automatically clear into your account. Everybody wants real time, real money, real quick. All documents as well are checked in the workspace to avoid errors prior. So it'll be seamless, it'll all be done and dusted with no errors whatsoever. There's also no wasted hours on hold for your conveyancer trying to book settlement with your bank. Sometimes conveyancers are on the phone for hours, literally, to a call center overseas, which happens more often than not. And as a result, things get delayed and delayed and delayed. So these bookings have to be done in advance, but through PEXA, it's much quicker. It doesn't need to be done. The agent's commission, great for agents. You know, we do actually need to get paid and we deserve to get paid. We get paid instantaneously. We love PEXA for that reason as well. So do think about the person that deserves to get paid, and that is in fact the agent who's made it all happen. So great for us. So there's no delays. There's also no delays in the situation that there was a COVID shutdown. Now, we have experienced this, as we all know. We had that big lockdown last year. We've also had, in fact, 2 this year here in Brisbane, and we all know what happens during lockdowns. Things are locked down. So this has become really big because of COVID, and certainly something that you really need to make sure your conveyancer has in place. Now, the other thing which is also important is that the stamp duty is paid as part of the PEXA workspace as well. Also, outstanding rates, water and body corporate levies are also paid as part of the workspace, and they're immediately deposited to the relevant authority. So, for example, Brisbane City Council, it's all done on settlement. The other lovely thing about PEXA is you don't need transferred documents which require a signature from a justice of the peace. This is again organised by the solicitor on your behalf. There's no settlement agent's fees. Now, that's when a solicitor can't physically be there and they use an agent, and most law firms operate this way, or they send the office junior, but of course that's taking time out. Somebody away from the office, it's their travelling time, tried to park in Brisbane. Do you know what it costs to park? It's massive. So that actually saves all that running around, Uber fees, etc., etc., and of course the settlement agent's fee as well for doing it. You're only paying one fee, and that is a simple fee of $87.45. That's really a good spend in the scheme of things on that transaction for having PEXA. Now, the title search is also done periodically throughout the transaction, and the parties are also advised of any change along the way. So thank you to Teresa from Teresa Di Bettini Conveyancing for this wonderful outline. You've made this week's edition of The Real Deal real simple. So if your lawyer is not using PEXA or you need one, definitely inbox me. I'll put you in touch with Teresa. And if you currently have a conveyancer, just make sure that you've asked the question, do you have PEXA? If they say no, ask them, why not? That's all from me. Have an awesome weekend.